Okay, people, here's what we got. Brand new sheet of bare metal foil, direct from the company that I ordered a little while ago. Normally what I do is I pull it out of the sleeve, and then I cut a section off, like so. This way the rest is still in the sleeve itself that it comes in, and it stays pretty protective. So we don't need that. Next up is you trim off just a little bit off the edge, because as you know there's really not much adhesive there. So like so. And I go in, what I like to do is so I don't accidentally grab it, I'll go ahead and I'll peel it off. And there we go. Yeah, see, it's not real sticky at all. So that's what you got to be careful of. Always remember to cut a piece off the end. Next step, a buddy of mine got me hooked on this one. And that being is grab some tape, roll it, and then stick it on the desk here somewhere close to where you're working, like so. That way when you go to peel the little pieces off, you know, that you trimmed, you just use a tweezer and you stick them there and that tape will hold it. So we'll get started here. Let me cut some different thickness strips in here. This way you just leave the paper the way it is. I found out there's less waste by doing it this way. It took me a little bit to use it this way, but in actuality that's actually easier than, you know, it looks. Okay, we'll get some thicker pieces there. And from the looks of the cuts is I'm going to have to replace the blade, because it's actually not as sharp as it should be. Yeah, I think I've done a couple bare metal foil jobs already with that blade, so you should always, as a rule, a new blade per bare metal foil job. So we'll go ahead and put a new blade in. And then what I'll do is I'll just transfer this blade into one of my other X-Acto knives and then continue on down the line with it. Okay, new blade. Had a couple pieces up. Yeah, I need a few more. To me, that's not enough. I like to have an extra. And try to get it as straight as you can. I'm kind of doing this in a little bit of a hurry. Oh yeah, that cuts a lot nicer. Smoother edges. That's what you gotta have. There we go. So, blade. Tweezers. I like the bent ones here because they actually really work out. Got your piece of tape here. Cuticle cleaner, you know, nail cleaner. That's what I use. Been using for a long time. It's really nice for burnishing the edges down after you cut them. And then we'll grab some Q-tips here, because once you get the bare metal foil down, you should really burnish it down. That's where the shine really comes out and makes it really stick to, you know, whatever you stuck it to. So we'll put them off to that side. New blades. Whoa, careful there. We'll put them over there. Well, we're going to use my 62 Galaxy sedan project that I started a while back. And we're going to go ahead and let's do the uprights, as I call them, which is these. You know, we got the trim for the windshield here, and you got the vent post vertical, and you got the door post verticals. I like to do those first, because that way they're hidden underneath. So we'll just approximate the size, cut across it, and be careful, it's a brand new blade, it's got a really nice tip on it, and you will poke yourself. So I just stick it underneath, peel it up a little bit, like that. Grab the tweezers, pull it up a little bit more, just kind of a little bit more, and there we go. And you got the little piece on the tweezers. And there's the makings of the vertical doorpost. And in fact, I found my remote, so I could zoom in just to give you an idea. There you go. Now we're going to go ahead and burnish it down a little bit for the door line and whatnot. That's where this comes in handy, but make sure you do the edges first. Gotta make it roll over a little bit. Do one side, put the door line in. Remember, not a lot of pressure. Double check the edges. Flip it around. Roll this edge down. Now we get up here, there's a little piece. So just by dragging it across the drip rail or the inside trim, take it right to the vertical and it'll cut it. And there's that. Pretty convincing seam. Now, seeing how we don't want to wrap this up, just because of, let me get a close-up of it, and you'll be able to see. There, see that piece? That would show through when you burnish the chrome down. And you'd have a little piece sticking there and it just wouldn't look good. So we'll go ahead and I'll show you where to cut that off at. Okay. Let's make sure everything's working here. I'm new to this, so my first one's probably going to be a little longer. Yeah, it's working just great. Probably going to have to go in and edit it a little bit. Just because it's going to be a little long, but that's okay. I think it'll be fine. Okay, now, you got to go inside here. On the inside trim, push upward towards the drip rail. And kind of like burnish it down a little bit. You want to go in there, and you're going to want to cut it right where the trim meets the drip rail. So now we have that. Grab the tweezers, pull the sliver off, and it sticks right to the tape. How's that? Pretty cool? And there's that part. I'm going to go ahead and do a little more work on here so I can speed this up a little bit, and I'll come back to you shortly.